has the pace of inequality.
Yet another study that shows South Africans are struggling. The study was conducted over the last 18 months. 48 focus groups were held across the country, comprising of ordinary people of different races, classes and geographical space. They were asked what constitutes a decent standard of living. The results say each person needs at least 7,043 per month to live a decent life. It shows only 3% of South Africans currently afford a decent life. The findings are in line with Stats SA report that found that 1 in every 4 South Africans live below starvation level.
A national minimum wage is only half of a decent standard of living. If you look at, for instance, a child support grant, that's 268 times less than a decent standard of living. And so what we really hope is that rather than feeling dispirited by the by the gaps, that people are seized with the opportunity to work towards that. So a decent standard of living should be a lodestar that creates an opportunity for people to increase and improve. But it also needs to lend an air of urgency to the debate that we're having.
The hope is that the study will help shape the narrative, perceptions and belief, as well as the policy agenda to deal with poverty.
We believe that to achieve a decent standard of living, according to the findings of this research, we do need to set a baseline, and that baseline must be a social floor below which no one should fall. And so for us, there's clear convergence between the findings of this report, as well as what the discourse, the analysis, and the evidence is within the National Development Plan.
Others say South Africa needs to find a way to end poverty by adopting policies that will encourage inclusive growth.
There are progressive economic frameworks that are available. There are countries who've tried to find the balance, and even China. China might, for example, be pushing a capitalist system externally to itself, but internally it's recognized that socialism or communism is the basis of principle on which it's moving. So while it might rape the rest of the continent or appropriate wealth and resources, it's doing it for the maximization and beneficiation of its people.
The authors say they aim to use the report to push for a coordinated pro-poor transformative policy, planning and implementation that can influence the new administration that will be elected in next year's general elections. Dora Sefako Musi, SABC News, Johannesburg.